Hello. Peace. Peace. An elusive term that everyone knows and hears about, and all people think they understand it. Defined as the lack of conflict, or fear of conflict. Yet this definition falls short because it does not include within it its method of attainment or idea of how to accomplish it. Conflict is a part of human nature. How can we have peace without changing our nature? Yet peace is also a part of human nature. The Hebrew word for peace is shalom, and it has a slightly different definition. Shalom has within it the root shalem, which means whole or perfection. One of the major goals in Judaism is shalom, and another similar goal is the perfection of the universe through our actions. This is obviously not an attainable goal, but some infinite end to strive for. We strive to have this goal adopted by the human race. Shalom is the path to perfection. Shalom means that war will end simply because we have no more use for it. War is a symptom of the lack of shalom. A world of true peace will no longer have wars because we have moved beyond them. Not because we have decided to stop fighting them. This will only happen when perfection becomes our goal. As soon as the entire human race, in unity, accepts perfection as its goal, wars will end. Before it will become a goal, we need to know that this goal is beneficial for the human race. And the answer is simple. How can the perfection of the universe for the human race, through our actions, be a bad thing? It is our job to make it a good thing, because we want a universe that is good for everyone within the human race. But in order for this to happen, we have to perfect everything, our financial system, our governments, our culture. We have to perfect our schools and have a clear vision of what the next step in perfection is. It's almost impossible to see perfection itself. However, it is possible, difficult to see the next step. So what does the Torah say perfection is? Perfection within Judaism can be seen differently based on different angles you may look on it. The angle I personally like best is Shabbat. Shabbat is very intricate. It's an intricate day in the week that can shed some insight into what we view perfection as. Shabbat is universally viewed as the time of rest. It is the time where we are supposed to stop and enjoy the perfection that we have constructed for ourselves. This sounds great so far, doesn't it? A time where we can rest from perfecting the universe and enjoy that very perfection? That's the reward. Our reward is our work. The more we work, the more we have reward. This is what is termed as heaven, or olam haba, or the afterlife, because it is so far beyond us that we will never get there. However, it is still a nice goal and thought to have. The week is designed with the same view in mind. We will work for 6 days for perfection, and on the 7th day we will rest and enjoy that perfection. This sounds great until you pick up a large book of laws and rules of Shabbat. All of those laws and rules, they detail very particular ways to keep the Shabbat. Remember, Shabbat is a metaphor for perfection, so each one of these rules or laws must therefore shed some insight into what perfection is, right? It's a lot simpler than that. Shabbat in general has a very simple, general rule: no work. Obviously, if we are going to rest from creating perfection, then there will be no more work in getting there, right? Nothing more to work towards. But that is the goal itself, eliminating work. Eliminating work is the path to perfection, because once we have succeeded, no more work will be required. It's circular. Once we get to a point where we have eliminated the need for work from the human race, then that is the point where we will have attained perfection. Eliminating work itself is the path and goal to perfection. So now we get into the book of laws. Every law will tell you the same thing. What is work? What is work? What is it that we're eliminating? We can look at a few basic examples that the Torah says. A common one, a very known one, is no lighting fires. But how is lighting fires considered work? Why would we want to get to a point in history where no fires will be lit? If that is a valid goal, then we have already come a long way. Fires are now very rarely lit. We no longer need to cook on fires, right? But is camping evil? What's so bad about a fire? Any global warming activist can tell you that fires emit carbon dioxide, right? Fires are a very poor way of emitting energy. I mean, lighting fires today is quite easy. You no longer need to rub sticks together for hours. So it doesn't feel like work. But no fire means no train engines, no coal power, no polluting cars, an end to the use of oil and fossil fuels. We can see how lighting fires is very demanding on a perfection of science and technology. This simple idea reminds us of what we are working to eliminate, and the type of automation that is required in the infinite future paradise. So long as fires are required to be lit by human beings, our work is not over, and the universe is not perfected. So don't go running around putting out fires everywhere. This is pointless. We want to get to a place where we no longer need to light fires. That's the goal. Not no lighting fires. We want to get to a point in history where we no longer require to light fires. Obviously, we'll still be able to light fires. And people will still light fires, but we'll no longer have that requirement on us. So lighting fires now is perfectly fine, because the world still needs it. But once we get rid of this need, not through meditation and enlightenment, but through technological advancement, we will no longer have any work to do, and we will have attained a perfect universe. This is very difficult to grasp, but one of the greatest advancements to the human race eliminated the most requirements for fire in the world: electricity. And yes, we may still use natural gas, but electricity has allowed us to use the light bulb instead of candle lights. Now we just need to end the use of coal to make that electricity. We no longer need fire for many things in our homes, but we still need fire for electricity. This will change. We are currently working on a solution, without even being aware that we are working towards a world of no fire. This goal will continuously align itself with technological advancement, whether we notice it or not. However, if we are aware of it, we can proceed to have a better focus on this goal. Another example of a general Shabbat rule is no building. Now obviously we will no longer need to build anything. Building is work that will one day need to stop if we want to end work. Most of it may become automated or done as a hobby or as a learning tool. But today we need to build. Again, we need to eliminate the need for building. We will need to build a lot of things before we can even consider the end to building. What will we do for clothing? We need to build some type of automated system to produce clothing for everyone on Earth. What about fashion? What about people that want to do fashion as a hobby? Well, this is more on the ethical side, but do you really think in a perfect world we want people to care about fashion? Let's look at other examples. On Shabbat, we are forbidden to handle money. This means that in a perfect universe, we will no longer require money. It kind of makes sense. We can't get paid if we don't work. So what could possibly replace money? Obviously, we need a lot of work to improve our financial system. Eliminating money is very difficult, but one day we will no longer need it, and we will operate independently of it. Shabbat is just one of many angles that we can observe the ultimate future goal, though. Another angle, as mentioned before, is Olam Haba, or heaven. This is a world without death. Yes, death is an imperfection that the human race may never eliminate, but we are constantly working towards prolonging life, without even realizing that eliminating death is the end goal. We are trying to cure cancer, stop car accidents, end heart disease, prolong life, and so on. The end world will not have any death. This is our vision, perhaps unattainable, but we will asymptotically approach this so long as perfection remains our goal. This is a short and brief glimpse into the future perfection of the universe. It is rather a large topic, but I hope that at least we have some idea of how to bring peace and shalom to the world. The only way to bring peace is work. We will beat our weapons into tools, and we will use them to perfect the world. Only when we align our goals and work together for a common good, the perfection of the world, will there be peace.